Dark Nature is a 2022 Canadian horror film. I didn't even know anything about this. It was just playing at a movie theater near me and I wanted to check it out. This one is about Joy. She is a domestic abuse survivor and she's having a rough 6 months ever since breaking up with her boyfriend. So a helping hand comes by in the form of Carmen, her friend, who she helped when she was having a low point. So Carmen invites her out to a weekend hike with Dr. Dunley, a couple others as well. So there's a total of 5 of them going out for a weekend hike to do some healing. No phones, no signal. What could go wrong? Well, you know, a threat attacks them, of course, and that's the log line of the movie. That intrigued me enough to get me out to the theater. Also, I wanted to support Canadian cinema. This movie was also shot in Alberta in the Rockies, all practical effects mostly, and all done on location. So this movie is very familiar. It's not amazingly original. It has a very similar sort of tone and style to other films such as Men, Annihilation, The Descent, The Ritual. So you get that sort of nagging familiar feel because of the aesthetic, but the movie makes up for its lower budget with lots of great character work. I was surprised at how well shot the movie was. The cinematography was great. The landscapes was fine. Acting was really good too. There's a lot of unknowns that I'm not sure where they're from. They're all Canadian obviously, but I don't know if they're what province they're from, but anyways, they're really good, and the movie makes up for the slower pace of the first half of the movie with really good characterization, really good humor, and then finally when they introduce the threat, it becomes it sort of ups the ante a little bit, and things get more intense, more extreme, and does a lot with very little, and I really like that. The movie does have a couple of faults. I don't like the title. The title's pretty awful. I mean, Catharsis would be a cooler title, or Dark Nature just seems a little bit too generic. Also, maybe they could have thrown in another narrative twist here or there, because they never explain the creature or its origin, which is good because you don't always have to have an explanation for it, but it seemed a little bit of a mismatch of different things we've seen before. But overall, Dark Nature was a nice surprise. I definitely enjoyed it, and it's worth checking out for if it's on streaming or if it's able to rent for $5. But I had a good time, so I give Dark Nature a 6 out of 10.